Good morning, everyone. Today we will finish the review of the type of the business, and I moved to marketing area. So today I other review their corporation. So until last week, we reviewed the lots of the type of business style, also the profit and non-profit organization. So what is the difference between the non-profit, not-for-profit, something. But the point is that the last time I talked to you, you remember also LS, Limited Liability Corporation, and S Corp or C Corp, and sole proprietorship. So you remember just 4 is okay. 4 is good for your American life. So today we will review this. LLC is educated for last time I talked to you. The big building management. It's very educated limited liability corporation, LLC. So if you success the American life and then get your property, income property. So most of the people last goal for profit building. So normally we say this income property. Income property. So if you get it, the income property is very educated, limited liability corporation. The reason is if the building has something problem, and then you have to only in charge your part, your own part. Today is we will review the corporation. So corporation is another good chance for your profit management operation. So there are 2 kinds of it. So, C corporation and S corporation. Today we will review this one. And very simple, if you have something very simple, your own business, this sole proprietorship is very good, but there are some pros and cons there, sole proprietorship also. So, okay, now we will review the benefit corporation. What's the benefit corporation? Benefit means is make profit, make money. So, we B corporation. We'll combine this one, this B corp. B means benefit. So benefit means, as I said, benefit means I make money, earn money. So benefit corporation aims to the public to get some profit from the public, and also make a profit to the profit. So there are many procedures, steps. So corporation is make the benefit. Also certified B corp, benefit corporation as there are many corporations is a benefit corporation. So there are some definition in there. So B Corp versus Benefit Corp. So what's the meaning? It's almost the same meaning there, but there are a little bit difference that explain these pictures. Companies can be both incorporated as Benefit Corps and then certified as B Corp. So what is the difference B corp versus benefit corps? A little bit just one or the others. It means it's B corp must achieve the benefit corps or equivalent status. Equivalent status means is how do we reach the benefit? So there are many methods then, save money or maximize the benefit, save the tax, lots of that. So also, or to maintain the certification. Certification means is if you want to some corporation and from the state and then get some certification. So benefit corporation is left side. It shows performance is a self-report. Self-report meaning is that last time I talked to you, the IRS delayed the tax. So I am here, my business. So own business. So I bought some materials or product, material, anything. Product or services. And through me is to customer. I bought some materials or products from the wholesaler or my factory, and I bought it. And then I sell to the customer. This is very normal procedure. So the government in charge the tax in here or in here, because it's the company made it products from the materials and then make it some these materials. For example, bean and make tofu and through me and then it to put tofu or what is some sundubu. See, you know that sundubu. Something. So the factory bought the bean and manipulate, that is make a product. And I bought the tofu from the factory and then I give to the factory, to the restaurant or to individual. This series of the steps, the government in charge of everything here. Here charged, here charged. So every processing, the government in charge for tax. What the reason? Reason is added value. It means low bean and then make it tough. It means added value. We compare the bean and tough is different. What's the difference? We add for some technique and time and the investment and procedure, something like that, the idea. So we made it the top from the bean. This action is added value. So the government in charge in here. The farmers made it bean, and then the farmers sell to the bean to the factory, and then it means it's added value. So the government charge it for reason is added value, and then charge for 10% around. This series is to get some in here, the performance is self-reported. It means my business reports to here. IRS charge for me, and then I self-report this here. 2 times. What's that? I bought it, top. I sell the top to the customer, so it's 2 times. So it's very serious. How do we save the tax? This is a very serious problem. Also, all human beings wants to make huge money. The better is better. The more the better. So just I slightly kidding for you. There are 2 kinds of rich, become rich. One thing is make many profit. The other one is how to save the tax. This is another rich money. So I reported in here. Also report to the IRS. So IRS check it. You bought $10,000 top, and you sell $120,000 to sell. What's gap? Gap is $2,000. $2,000 is your income. It's before tax. So you minus something to cost. And then you get $1,500 per year, something, year or monthly, anyway, yearly we charge them. So the expense, cost is expense, sometimes expenses. So $500 expenses, and then minus 2,000, minus 500, and then 1,500 is your net income. The point is that this is for very simple procedure, as you know. So the IRS check it, what is your net income. But the IRS doesn't know it. This net income, 1,500. So the picture says it's self-reported, means I reported, I bought it $10,000 per top, and then I sell the top 12,000 selling, and then I get 20,000 income before tax, and then I use the expenses $500, and then my net income 1,500, and I report in here. This is self-reported. And then, point is, the IRS is accept or not. There is some save chance there. So net income is 1,500. It's real story, and then I report in here. Quarterly and annually, anyway, the report. At this time, sole proprietorship is just one-time report. That's it, finish. Because my business is my own, my responsibility, so my risk. So sole proprietorship is a one-time tax to them. So 1,500 is tax, they charge for tax this one. So 10%, 20%, it doesn't matter. The IRS is accept or not. This is self-report. The point is that IRS is recognized and accept or non-accept. Because this one, there are many things in the saving area here. Okay, I bought it 10,000 top here. But sometimes I sell only 8,000. Oh, no, 8,000 is better. 7,000 is better. $7,000. What's that? Inventory is I bought it 10,000 and only 7,000 selling, and then $3,000 is inventory. So at that time, only $7,000 selling, but its inventory is 3,000. And then the net income is 1,000. Or minus. Because at this time is only 7,000, this is minus, negative income. Because the expenses, this is a fixed cost, even if selling too much money and then, but the utility, land, or salary is fixed. So the $500 is fixed, even if they are selling more and more decrease. So minus income, I report that. IRS is recognized and or they accept. This is another story. So if you own business, and I don't have now very difficult this economic recession time, so I asked to my CPA, and then now we very difficult time for operation because it's every day selling is decreased there, so we only selling only $7,000 only. So I remain the inventory is $3,000 top, and then report it. Oh, minus income base. At this time, the IRS is accept or not is another problem. So most of them using the expert in CPA, CPA services. The point is that the real story. If you have your own business, at that time you rely on your CPAs better, because what is that? Trend. Trend meaning is CPA knows it now economic recession time. Also IRS thinks same thing. It's different story. So CPA recommend to me, okay, this is already that. But sometimes it's very difficult. Now it's okay. But later you have to inventory $3,000 is reversed to move to next tax report. So this continue that only I bought it, but $7,000 bought it and $3,000 inventory, and then this is same 10,000 top in here, and sell also $12,000 to selling. It's better. It's okay, and make it net income. The minus expense and the net income is 15,000. It's okay. They agree there. But the point is that how can we do it? Every situation is different. 1,500 or 9,000. So it's very complex. This thing is who control it? Me, also me control. But at this time, you need help from CPA because it's a trend. So the CPA knows it, how this the fashion or the IRS mind. If there's something problem, and then the IRS is audited. Audit. You know audit. Most every company, LLC or S Corp, sole proprietorship, it doesn't matter. Anyway, they worry about the audit. Audit is two things. One thing is IRS random choose. Randomly choose that, and then the IRS is site visit. and then they stay in the restaurant, and then they check it every day. Every time. Times based, how many selling to time based. And then they should eat the cash flow. And then they accept or not. This is a real audited. So most of company worry about the audit anyway. So these, the series of the process is accepted or not accepted. This is a tax problem. Anyway, some people is asking me why they charge to tax because I'm on money my own. The government not helping me or something. Very stupid idea. The basic reason is added value. Okay, so now is as you know, this Samsung is very difficult to strike, but it's yesterday is resolved the problem. So the point is that okay, Samsung make it chips. Now it's very powerful income. The chips is very hot market, you see, income. They get some income about one third of the Korean GDP. It's very big. So this union, Samsung Union, is charged for, they asking 15% of income. The big point is that in the United States and all of other European countries, same problem nowadays. You will think about it. The Samsung is their stock. So who is the shareholders is the owner, Samsung. Who have too many stocks? It doesn't matter. This is some regulation. Maximum 49%. Anyway, there are huge Samsung shareholders. Samsung works and operate the company and sell the chips and then make income. And then how do we share these incomes? Division from the stocks and the tax from the government and some compensation from the workers. There are three related parts there. Government and the corporation, and corporation is stock, shareholder, and workers. There are three related organizations. So how do we dispense this one? Now they make some agreement, but the problem is that the income and then government in charge for tax, correct? And then after that is net income. And the Samsung Union is charged to net income from, but 50% from net income. Now it's pure incomes. So they are big issue there. Even if they agree that the big issue, the income or net income. So same thing. The Samsung in here, and then we make it the profit, 3,000. And then Samsung Union wants to 3,000. So 50% of 3,000. But the 3,000 is not net income. After expense, after tax, and then only 1,500. So now it's as Samsung Corporation Union is asking for income before tax. So now it's very big issues in the court. The judge is charged there. Anyway, their agreement. They just said escape the strike. So sometimes, even if their sole proprietorship is worried about that, is why they charge for some tax and before income or net income or something. Lots of that in the these cities. But nowadays, Samsung Union they agree to the corporation 15% of income. So they didn't designate this income definition. This is before tax or after tax. They don't say that because it's a very difficult time or very sensitive day because it's now president is insert that is very argue and then this one. So all over the world think about it. If we chance that the stock or shareholders. There are stock market, Nasdaq, and lots of that in the S&P. So this Samsung is to open in the United States. There are huge money making. Nowadays, a very chance to the stock investment. So who is own the incomes? How can we divide that? This is for very old economic and business history. Okay. These workers work. This is power, manpower, and the capital. This money and operate, make income. You operate and make income. And the operate meaning is a corporation doing this one and give to the salary to workers and give to the interest to that. Okay. Operate, give to the salary because they serve for manpower. And the operators give to the what? Interest. Even if this is a bank or a government, finance company, it doesn't matter. Anyway, give to the interest and give to salary. After that, they have some income in here. Who owns this income? This is surplus income, surplus. This is a basic question of the capitalism or communist concept. So this concept is from the Engels or some lots of the very old the economists argue this. This surplus income is who owns this surplus income? Belongs in here, belongs in here. Now is no answer there. So it's Samsung, nowadays Samsung problem is 15% is educate or not, nobody knows it. Also, the government is in charge that it's only legal. So how about your idea? The communist country is okay. This income, this surplus income belongs to the government because the government is control everything because it's a planned economy. But capitalism countries, most of countries so far since very long time belongs to the capital. That's why the workers, manpower wants to how to we fighting for the capital using this union. So now it's very clear and open to the problem to long economic issues in the Samsung Union. In the United States, it's also same. The company operates very successfully. And then we give to the chance, opportunity to working so many job opportunity is better, is good for the country. And also capital gets some large interested and is more good. Everybody happy. Company happy, capitalism happy, workers happy. Even if after that is income in there, surplus income. Who owns that? Who get it? This is big issues since several decades. So now is so in some judges or researchers think, no, it's different. It's long. After net income, after tax, and then we deal or discuss talking about the net income. But the unionists, they don't mention that because they think about it is this income is from the same interest concept. Well, it depends on your idea. But the private, my idea is net income is educated, no pure income, because it's, they get some surplus income from the government help and then other social relationship, but they ignore that. Only their work powers operates and then make surplus. It's not a good idea. It's wrong. So I think is the even if they make the huge net income or more surplus, there are many help from government or another social foundation and relationship, and also they think about the social responsibility. But nowadays they ignore everything and then only get some, if they agree this one, they get some extra money, 5 to 6 years net income. There is net income, and then they want to share that the 5 to 6 years. It means if I don't have a work or stop to work, 5 to 6 years salary is from here. Also, this is continued the next year if the company is good. NVIDIA nowadays very powerful company is NVIDIA, as you know. So NVIDIA is developed that automatically Samsung and SK chips companies followed. So I guess the surplus income is more increased there. So the union is asking for percentage aid. For some years ago, the union is asking for some designated money, $10,000 or $15,000, and they negotiate. But now, they different approach to agreement, percentage. So I also have question. So operate and then minus negative increase. The workers is compensate the negative losses of company. They didn't want. So this is for some unfair charge there. So this is for forever, so far forever problem for who owns the surplus income. Yeah, in the high school and the university levels, the basic question about the state style, the type of style, and then they decide who owns the surplus. It's forever research area. But I know the 1980, 1990 is this government push to the corporation and the union to social responsibility. So also when I was teaching in the company in our country, so I have some questions. What is your idea of social responsibility? That is the first question in the business class. can you explain the social responsibility and what is your idea? That's one. So at that time is the company charge for social responsibility. So the social responsibility belongs to this one. Okay, the laboratory, and big, some pictures and correct that, and then show who owns the pictures, the owners. So there are many escaped taxes. Point is that how to make the expenses. But this is sole proprietorship. As corporation means is this my business is not my business. This is corporation. For example, S corp. Later I'll explain. If my business is S corp, okay, expense, everything same thing. Net income is 1,500, and then I own S corp, so I get some $500 my income. So the IRS charge only 500 because it's 2 times charge. Charge in here, charge in here. This is corporation, especially as corporation. So if you want to make your business is not something like the very simple restaurant, in this case, I highly recommend S corp is better. Why? Reason is that I control the expense for saving tax. So even if I charge for, this is real story, if I establish the S corporation, they charge $800 per year, S corporation. Even if the $800 is very small money per year, so I build up the S corporation and then make it, I control the expenses. And I get the net $500 from the net income. And only IRS charge for me to $500 because I am a member of the S corporation. So I'm one of that. So this point, last time I talked to you, most of the agents, real agent, insurance, any kind of agent build up the S corporation. And then they get some very luxury car. Last time I talked to you. So real estate is, the real estate agent is very good, luxury car, better than me, most of them, after this path. So I'm buyer. I want to buy my home, and then I meet some real estate agent, and then she wants to new home, buy their car. The car is very luxury car and show up. But my car is very medium-sized car, but agent is very expensive. But the reason is they charge for expenses. And then expenses meaning is I using the gas, and anyway I need for car. So the expense a little bit increase or high expenses car, the luxury car, because it's my own hop or some luxury concept. Only watch out the IRS accept or not. The agent is only outcome is only $10,000 or $100,000 per year, but they charge for very luxury car. It's not accepted there. So everybody knows it. Okay, agents came here, what kind of car? And then they know it. Oh, the agent is full or some powerful agent, or the agent is very poor, depends on his coming car. So this is a real story because I'm very luxury car. Oh, the IRS catch it, the agent is outside. So sale volume is big, but it's very small, medium luxury car. She's outside. The net volume is small, It's the exact story thing. So first thing, point thing is the IRS accept or not. So anyway, if you want to restaurant through the S corporation, you can get it the luxury car. But sole proprietorship, you cannot using the luxury car. Sole proprietorship is something will be problem. So this depends on your character. I'm a sushi restaurant owners, and then sole proprietorship. Most of them, they cannot using the luxury car because it's only sushi restaurant, sale volume is very small, but it's in charge for very luxury car. It's not accepted. It's not break the balance. So who decided? IRS decided. Who teach or to catch from the process? CPA, because it's trend. That's why they are $100 or $200, even if they charge for CPA help, is needed there. So need help, and then you can save the money. You got it? So first time I talked to you, first time class, I talked to you this introduction, the business class. I want to let you know the real help for your American life. Okay, we come back in here for self-reported. There are lots of talking about this point, self-reported. Availability, Italy, Colombia, 34 states and the district of the Columbia or something. Benefit corporation, B corporation, what's the meaning? Cost, filing fee, vary, it's different. By location from 770 to 200. So ignore this one. Accountability, transparency, because it's B Corp and Benefit Corp is very similar. Okay, their diagram is something like that. Is, for example, diagram is something like style. It's very similar, or sometimes it's confusing. It's okay. For example, college. It's university. Some schools is college. For example, your children wants to, my teachers recommend the Boston College, the Boston University in the East area. So Boston College is junior college. No, this is for bachelor degree. Boston University is also bachelor degree, but they duplicate area here. Also, their benefit corporation and the B corporation is a little bit different, but it's the same meaning in here. This kind of duplicate diagram is many things, very similar, okay? Most of them. So B Corp is performance is a score at least 80, or it's more detailed, it's ignoring. The next, B Corp versus Benefit Corporation is to ignore the exactly definition. Okay. Closely held corporation. What's the meaning? The business that has more than half of its stock owned by a few people. What's the meaning? Shareholders. In the corporation, we think of.
Yeah, I would like to ask you about what they said is B Lab.
B Lab?
Yeah, the previous picture, yes.
Benefit Corporation?
The role of B Lab.
Benefit Corp?
Yeah. What is the role of B Lab? One, the cost and the role of B Lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
A role of the B Lab. Lab is laboratory. Laboratory meaning is the
The logo of the
No. Mostly is the lab is some research area lab. Laboratory is to some medical or chemistry something. Laboratory something, beaker and something. But in the business area is to B lab is the non-profit network transporting the global economy, the benefit all people, community and planet. It means lab. Basically, lab is a chemistry, something mix and chemistry. But in the business part is for benefit for benefit to all. What is that? What's that? All people. For to all people. B laboratory meaning is to benefit corporation is role of the B lab means is to how to we make the benefit to all people, all customer. A little bit narrow the concept is the some customer, especially works. Then here is a developed model legislation and works for its passage and use. No rule in oversight. It means is, last I talked to the Samsung. Samsung Union is only focus their own members. This is especially not role in the oversight. Anyway, make the profit to all people. All people includes the customer or the member, union member, or very designated area. So lab meaning is laboratory. What's the meaning to laboratory? Laboratory is very designated some procedure. We make it some cosmetic. We develop some chips. Very narrow there. But chip is to benefit to all people. It's a little bit agree there. But the chip is only part of the AI company. It's also laboratory because this is make some examine and test. This is a laboratory concept. So most of business and economics concept is from the physics, chemistry, copy the meaning there. So for example, another example is the prison effect. What's the prison effect from the physics? So I saw the right, and then something is how do I say it? They cannot go through. It's for a little bit degrees or something different direction. Direction is different. That's why even if the economics is operate that, and then most of them is not go through that. Only direction is different. Something like that. This is prism effect. So the laboratory meaning is also very narrow things, get some output for benefit. So especially works or some chips, specialized or something, this is laboratory, okay? And no some.
What does it mean, no role in oversight?
No role in oversight. I see all of them, but it's not follow the regular by law. Because it's a chips company only focus chip. Also, you are some, what is the example? No role is the oversight. Oversight meaning, see everything. The law is my part, my responsibility is the law. So laboratory is it's very good. It's good example.
Samsung is benefit cost?
Oh, sure. The chips and the dryer.
Not pickups.
Sure. So, okay. The Samsung make it refrigerator, as you know, TV and Samsung, make it. And then they using the lab. What's the meaning? Make the profit to all people. But the laboratories, they developed the refrigerator, more technique there and more powerful something. But lab is only in charge for profit for all people. But even if they are all profit, but lab is only focused to develop the technique or something. Technique only. There is a laboratory. Laboratories don't need to output. Sometimes it's fail, sometimes it's success. This is laboratory. Basically, laboratory means is sometimes it's fail and sometimes another output. So, for example, my colleague in the professor in Korea, there is a leaf. She's a chemistry professor, and then the students give to the laboratory members, give to the leaves, only one leaf to give him. And then can you analyze these leaves in the lab? What's the meaning? The goal is, can you choose some very sensitive characters for medicine, or some many useful things from the leaves. And then laboratories doing that to the test leaves and then get some output for good chemistry, good medical or something, good foundation. And then they can extract. They don't know this output. Many things from in here. Even if I get some, we would like to want to some very specified characters from the leaves, but they doing the laboratory and then they can extra unexpected output from the laboratory. So that means is no rule meaning is you can do it. Also role meaning is to you doing only this one. No, you are doing this one, and then automatically or unexpected result is okay. I think this means my idea is oversight meaning is all the control every procedure. So that's why they don't have there are no goals in there. That's it? So, okay, they say ignore that. And the role of the B-lab is, okay, compare the right side. Certified in body with oversight, offers logo, support services, and connect to B Corps community, because it's a little bit understanding, because it's with laboratories to, okay, some company, next time we are talking about this marketing, there are marketing strategy. Also something like the laboratory. The company makes some very unique or new products, and then marketing strategy, need to marketing strategy in the laboratory system. Okay, so outside data and then customer reputation and many kind of strategy or idea, and then customers idea, something trend, everything discuss, talking, and the lots of the project base, lots of that is in the labs. So another story is the strategy is covered all area, product area, manual science area, financial area, marketing area, accounting area, need to strategy. Now trend, most of the strategies belongs in the marketing area because it's a marketing is very powerful regulatory system. So they are oversight and then gets lots of another unexpected output there. This one, I think, okay? And how about that? This, oh, okay, one more thing is there. Left side, lower over BREP, right side, lower over BREP is compared there. There are some certified B corporation is to, number is a small part is certified B level, B corporation. So last is in here. You can see that. Okay, I read it. The certified body and supporting 5133. This regulation is the tax exemption. 501c3 regulation is related non-profit organization. So and then portfolio of the services and the connection with the B corporation business community. So certified B corporation and benefit corporation is basically different because certified B corporation is focused, okay, a little bit smaller, and the tax exemption. So last time I talked to you last week, even if your own business for self your sushi restaurant and then you can make it the same or different name of non-profit organization. So especially, but this school is also the non-profit organization. And then we make some profit. And then we cannot control all expenses. Because this school is also make money school, profit school. But document is non-profit. How to make it, how to control the income, net income, or more income, before, anyway, after. So non-profit also make it some another non-profit organization with tax exemption. That means it's okay, we make some money from the student. And then lots of the income, how do we control that? Give to the church, or give to charity, give some donation, or scholarship, or something like that. Okay, you know that. And next, corporation. Closely held corporation is to how to we representative the shareholder, stockholder. I talked to you, the Samsung is only, they protect the union members. It's wrong, because there are many kind of reasons there from the government and from the outside community, lots of related organizations. So, but the corporation is to representative to help stockholder. But who owns the stockholder? Depends on the marketing. So another definition in here, closely held. What is the close corporation? So closely held corporation, or something is closely held companies, a type of the business entity, or something. Business partner, or friends, member, or husband and wife. And last time I talked to you, in the United States, very unique style. Lee and Son, something like that. Because it's now I am a construction company, very small. But my son is inherited this one. So at that time, it's Lee and Sons, or something like that. Okay, basic concept is a corporation. Legally entity that is separate and distinct from its own. What is separate meaning is I cannot control, even if I am board member. So corporation is very powerful for using your operate your business. Distinct from this owner means owners. It means it's board member. In the United States, real story, if I want to S corporation, the CEO, the president, it's me, and secretary, it's me, and treasurer, it's me, it's S corp. It's a parallel story, okay? Even if I am established the S corp for restaurant, it's okay. And the income, import company, import material from Vietnam or any abroad. And then I am a president. Also, I in charge the secretary. And I am in charge the treasury, it's okay. But mostly members is 3 to 5. For 5 and more is okay. So board member is owns S corporation. So, but its corporation is to separate and distinct legally. Because it's, even if I own in charge for S corp, but it's there who operate the restaurant. S corp. S corp is something people or a person, something like that. I made it S corporation by law. So this is only something like the people. Think about it. So who in charge of person, S corporation? Responsibility, liability, responsibility, the same one. So S corp is failed that, okay, the own people only in charge to liability or responsibility. But totally charged for government or any more financial company charge S corporate. And then this is cut this. No government in charge in person. Even if person made it S corp. This is separate and the distinct area. Okay, say again. Government in here, and S corp in here, and I'm in here. Me. I made it, and S corp is operate business, and then government charge that, because it's S corp is to follow the regulation or by law. The S corp is something like people, a person. Very similar. But if the fail, the liquidation, okay, close the company, and then government in charge to tax or some penalty or fine to S corp. But S corp is to no more the fund in there. This is chapter 11 or chapter 7 is more details. Anyway, S corp is get a chapter 11 or chapter 7. That means is I don't want to anymore to operate the corporation. But if I declare the chapter 11, the government or financial company cannot charge to me. Cannot. This is another advantage for S corp. So don't charge for that. Even if their S corp is something like to operate by people, by person, something like me. So even if I charge in president, okay, secretary to another people, treasurer to another people, I made it this S corporation 3 members, and then chapter 11. The government and the bank cannot charge for me. Only they charge for corporation. This is main advantage for S corporation. even if they charge for more $800 and then something. So there are two kind of the benefit or the disadvantage. Pros, control expenses. And if we fail and calling for bankrupt and then cut in here, no responsible from me. This is very good chance for two advantage S corp. Okay? This is for separate and distinct. Okay? And C corp and S corp. Oh, here it is S corp. Okay, just definition here. C corp is a business structure in which owners or shareholders are taxed separated from the entity. It means it's charged two times. The IRS charge for C corporation, and then I am a C corporation member, same as corporation, and then I get some salary or income from the corporation, and the IRS charge for me one more time. This is C corporation type, and S corp is the IRS designation for corporations that pass their income, losses, deductions, and credits through the shareholders, and that's why they avoid double taxation on corporation income. I said that. One more time tax, and one more time tax. Double taxation. Okay, one by one, more definition is in C corporation. It's a legally structured for corporation. It means it's made by the legal, in which the owners, shareholders, or taxes separate from the entity. S corp is a little different, separate. S corp is charging here, after that in here. This is a little bit technical thing. One more definition is something like that. A corporation structure where owners are taxes separate from the entity. Entity is company, so they charge for directly here. They charge for directly here. It's C corporation. But the other hand, the S corp is the IRS designation for corporation. It passed the income, losses, double taxation. So another definition is that S corp is a corporation that use pass-through taxation. Pass-through. One more time, and here, and then here, pass-through. Okay, so they are control the expense. After that, they charge it. It's pass-through taxation to allow the income, losses, and credit of the corporation to be passed directly to the shareholders. So now I talked to you that I am opening here. For example, I made it big franchise restaurant. Today morning news, Topanga Canyon is very big franchise restaurant in there. You know, they are in the Anaheim, very famous restaurant in there. Almost 20 something more small restaurant in there. They are very popular MZ generation guys. So, but it's a Topanga companies declared it. No more. So it means is the something failed to market strategy or something. Today news. Anyway, there are many shareholders there. So a little bit different for shareholders and investors. What is the difference? You know that? What is the difference, shareholder and investors? Basically, it's different then. Okay, you have some money, but I don't have the technique for sushi restaurant. But I know the sushi restaurant is a very good chance to make money. This is the idea. Or my friends recommend to me for, Dr. Lee, can you make it a restaurant? I will open the new sushi restaurant, and then Dr. Lee, can you invest me, something like that. What's the difference invest? What is the stock, shareholder? What, same one? Stakeholder. Stock. So invest. So okay, yes, sushi restaurant. Bless you. Sushi restaurant. My restaurant, my friends recommend to. Can you invest in here? Okay, invest. And the point is that these shareholders is to the New York stock market, even if they are not registered in the New York. So some shareholders invest in here. First difference is the liability. If the sushi restaurant is failed, that the liability is forever, no limit. No limit. But stockholders is limited. It means I invest money to sushi restaurant by shareholders. So I invest $10,000 by stock. But investment is okay, I invest in the sushi restaurant by investment. It means borrow or invest. Put it there. Even if the same 10,000, but this company failed that and the big loss after that, $50,000 lost that. And then the liability means is $10,000 that's it. Also stockholder is also $10,000. But investors join the board members and then fail this one is percentage in charge for more losses. This is liability. So investment and the stockholders is a little bit different. First thing is the I in charge the responsibility on the stock price. It means if the sushi restaurant failed, that I lost money, this $10,000 is finished. But I'm investing in here a little bit more charge for sushi restaurant losses. That is different thing. So only think about it. Okay, stakeholders means is that. So nowadays, very fraud investors nowadays very different thing. So you are very careful for some people on the newspaper. I want to get some stock for operate or open to sushi restaurant. The lots of people is invested. It's a Korean community is sometimes very big problem with fraud company. So I get some money from community or network. And be careful, this is investment or stakeholders. And stakeholders is I invested $1,000 and then lots of people is join that, just open the sushi restaurant and then I only, if the failed the sushi restaurant, I lost $1,000. That's it. But investment is different. Even if I get invest about $10,000 and then the company, the restaurant is failed at, I in charge more than. So this S-corp is to last sentence to be passed directly to the shareholders. What is the benefit is the, I said several times, so benefits for forming as S-corp. Pass-through taxation. Pass-through taxation. After that, I taxed it. Liability protection. Okay, S-corp is bankrupt and then only I in charge for responsibility stockholders type. And avoid self-employment taxes. Okay, it means it's self-employment. Avoid. Lower taxable gains. Save tax because it's through pass-through thing. And the easy ownership transfer. Okay, I am a member as corporation, and then somebody wants to buy my restaurant, sell them, and then change the ESCOM board members. It's very easy there. And also restrictions. Up to 100 shareholders only. Cannot. But sometimes it's style as corporation. Because it's 100, why they designated maximum 100? Because it's very dangerous debt. So also very small money, $1,000, but investment is $100,000. So it's easy to get some investment from the ESCOP, the shareholders' time. So that's why the maximum 100 or something. Domestic business entity, yeah, it's domestic is also very powerful, but not abroad there. And the U.S. citizenship or more legal residence is okay. And the common stock only. But as last time I talked to you, even if you are the F1 status in here, you can make it as corporation. I know this. It's a little bit problem. No need to citizenship or green card. As corporation make it this. A little bit, not illegal, a little bit component there. Common stock only. Common stock meaning is anytime sell and buy thing. This is S corporation restriction. S corp is the XYZ incorporation as an S corp. Okay, the company name is XYZ, and then earn a profit worth $10 million for shareholders. First time they fix it or designate the portion of the income share. So the shareholders is 20%, 20%, 35, 20%. That's what. This is for investments time. Report to the profit to IRS at the individual shareholders level. Okay. This company consists of the 4 people, 4 shareholders, and then make it the profit. The shareholders' portion is 20%, somebody 25, somebody 35. And then report to them, each one, shareholder level, individual. And this is more good references for your understanding. LLC versus S Corp versus C Corp. LLC, last time I talked to you, this is very educated for operate the buildings, income property is very good to LLC. Legal entity, what is exactly? So protects personal assets. And protects personal assets is same LLC and C Corp. Tax is the standard LLC. C Corp is also tax doubled. But S Corp is taxes is a none of dividend. None of dividend meaning is dividend is if some shareholders, okay, $1,000 shareholders are investing here, and they earn the income. And dividend meaning is they are how many stocks, and then divide the shareholders. So 1,000, $2 something. So $2 or $3 depends on the shareholders' numbers. So okay, if you want to stock market, because you earn the money for stock market, there are 2 things on the incomes. One thing is buy and sell timing, and then sell and buy and then get some new income from stock market. The other one is the dividend. Every year, the stockholders make some agreement for how to we share their incomes. And then the stockholders decides the okay, for $2 or more each stocks and then dividend. But most stockholder investors don't mention the dividend because dividend is very small money. But dividend is also make money through the stock market. So non-dividend meaning is the S corp is not charged for that. All things is includes the expense. Also, LLCs cannot reinvest profit. That's why the income property is that. Okay, LLC. Last time I talked to you. Okay, one building is 3 investors, and make it A, B, C, LLC, or something like that. This is building. And then they cannot say that the LLCs cannot reinvest profit because the ABC LLC is to earn the money from building to rent. And then they discuss another building. At this time, no income from income. So another A, B, D LLC. Build up another LLC. And then 3 members invest in here. Not from in here. This one. Okay? So the 3 investors earn the money from ABC LLC in here. But they want to another buildings. And through in here, not directly income here. So this is very powerful, extend or enlarge the another buildings. And also at this time plus 2 investors, for example. And another building in here, sorry. They think about this, very good chance to another building. And then make it A, B, F, LLC. And then this is first priority 3 members plus 2 new members, second investors plus 2 more new investors. So this building consists of the 7 investors. This is 5, 7. This first time, 3 times. But cannot from in here profit. Why? They make it tax. So they give to the profit to 5 investors. And then they invest more. 7. So because at this procedure, they tax in here. So last time I talked to you, in the Koreatown, almost 85% big buildings from the Jamison property. There are many LLCs. The members is most of them is a medical doctor. In the first time, the 3 people starting in this small building. And then they get the 2 more investors because it's evidence in here. Because it's also there are, even if they are failed, that all this liability in here.
This is the S corporation.
Yeah, no, LLC, not S corp. Yeah, LLC is different. LLC, S corp, C corp. It's different, a little bit different. So if you want to some income property is more educated, LLC is better because they are some details, 1030 exchange or something very escape the tax or deeper the tax. We think about this investment, which is better, thinks about escape the tax or deeper tax. It's exactly different, okay? Deeper tax meaning is now IRS in charge for tax my income. But now I don't want that because it's, I want to invest on other buildings. Exactly. So I need tax deeper to tax. Delay, or 10 years later, 5 years later, something like that. Why? because during that time I can save the money or escape using the expenses. So deeper. For example, 1036. You know, Donald Trump cannot open his tax report. So many lawyer and democratic issues in the parliament, but the Donald Trump cannot, never. So I know he has $3 trillion the buildings, but sometimes only $700 tax. Also, sometimes he gets some tax refund. Nowadays, Donald Trump cannot cannot pay the taxing. So, but this is another story. But it's very big problem. He's crazy guy. Anyway, how to escape the tax? Donald Trump is very powerful system, and somebody complain or very bad him is very free guys there because he wants to make the money from another income property. At this time, the Donald Trump company is to buy this building through the bank. At that time, he is very make large fake. This building is very good, and then borrow the money from bank, borrow from this building from to the finance company, and then bought it. At this time, the IRS same value? No. It means Donald Trump report to the bank or financial company, this is $1 trillion building or something, but in the tax report, it's only $1 million building, something. So this is different reported, but they knows it everything, but they don't charge it because it's Trump style thing. It's very big. I don't understand this story thing. Okay, anyway. LLC is more easy to operate the little paperwork, possibly at lots of paper is C corporation. Some paperwork is S corporation. It depends on the expert, something like the CPA or commercial lawyer. LLC is no shareholders, only investors. 3, and then 2, add 2 more, and 5. And add 2 more new investors. So most of the medical doctors wants to join this LLC because even if I have small money, but I own the very big building, huge money, because it's a ratio concept. For example, I have only $100,000, but I invest in here, but this building is very powerful, that is 15% increase there. But I have only $100,000, building is only 5% increase there. Exactly. So even if I have small money invest in here, join in the members, LLC members, and then I get a 15. Because they corrected the huge money. Point is that this huge money is to more chance to enlarge the profit. But I have only $1,100, but I bought it. I can buy only very small business. But small business is more risky. Also, LLC is protected for share the risk. So LLC is very powerful for building styling. S-Corp is 100 shareholders, okay. But most of them, 2 or 3 people is established in S corporation, okay. Also, the other picture is for compare the LLC and S corp and the C corps. So limited is same responsibility, but taxation is pass-through. I say that. Also, S corp is pass-through, but double taxes. At the same time, it's double tax pay, but through the pass-through. So I highly recommend in the United States. Anyway, kind of my business, income property or my own business or corporation style for income from abroad, import from abroad. Anyway, think about only LLC or S corp. No, mention, no, think about the C corp. Anyway, the management is flexible, LLC. And S corp is very formal, board member, C corp is same. And the paperwork is, low meaning is little bit. But S corp is high and C corp is, because why? The corporation is lots of there, no lots of there, a little bit more paperwork to the IRS. And then best for small business. Also, S corp is small business, but the startup. Startup is a beginning or the some venture business, something like that. Because large corporation is educated C corp. Anyway. Also, what is different to S corp and LLC? When I recommend the S corp or LLC, ownership 100 maximum, unlimited number of members. LLC is unlimited, but very small. I can trust him or not. He has no money, and then okay, invest here and buy for new buildings or something. Taxation, pass-through, also pass-through. Management, more formal management structure and then formalities. More flexible management structure and formalities, very similar management. So I think it's a kind of business type. And then try the S corp or LLC. This one is S corp versus C corp differences. It's pass. It is not important. But only one thing. Okay, S corp is a little bit small company. Corporation is very educated because of pass through the taxation. But C corporation, big companies need for C corp is better. Because it's 120 more, 100 more workers in there, is S corp is better. Also same thing, so C corp, double taxation, and how S corp is pass-through taxation. Point is that. Also this is C corp and S corp requires business tax. Anyway, the point is that tax. Most of them tax. It's the same, and LLC, S corp, C corp, as I said there, okay? And comparison of a legal structure, S corp, C corp is sole proprietorship is entity taxes? No, because it's my income based then. And limited liability, no, yes, corporation. And shareholders, maximum S corporation, C corporation, 100 is the barometer. Okay. This one is for briefly review the business. And then hopefully, I think you are a little bit idea or some help from your lives in here. So anytime you have something problem or more question, let me know it, okay? Okay. Thanks for coming and enjoy the class. Okay, see you next week with marketing. Marketing is very easy, and then just hearing is okay because marketing is easy to know. Okay, bye. Have a nice weekend and
Yeah, you too.
holiday. Monday is holiday.
Yeah.
Okay, have a time.